But I want to go. So we were talking about the Kendrick. So Kendrick, yo. So he was out in
Ghana.
no. For the fashion show joint. Where was he at for the fashion show?
Fashion show? I know he did that concert.
Yeah, but it was he did one Milan. I think it was Milan.
Okay.
He did a fashion show and then he did his concert and he was wearing the crown. He wore the crown of thorns for both. And the internet and the Christians were spazzing. What do y'all think?
What were they spazzing about? Because he had a crown of thorns on made out of diamonds?
Yeah, they were saying he is mocking Jesus wearing the crown of thorns.
Next.
And he was, he was doing it for abortion rights.
Well, yeah, he did. He did.
Well, the concert.
Yeah, at the end of the concert, he had a chant that said, "Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you. They judge me. They judge Christ," or something like that. And his crown of thorns was bleeding. So definitely had some. He took a stance, I guess, with the Roe v. Wade stuff. But hold on, before we even go into that direction, in regards to the crown, what are y'all thoughts on him wearing the crown?
I don't
Where he
care.
went.
He said, EJ, what are your thoughts? You're the closest one to the church.
I mean, what's the point?
What's the
free
point
speech,
exactly?
What's the point? What's the point of wearing it? Are you symbolizing something? That's the problem. Everybody, I mean, you do have free speech. You can do whatever you want, but if that's what this is going to go. Are you trying to say that you're Jesus? Now that's how cults start happening. You got a following like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't care.
He did explain why he was wearing it. And his explanation was basically just they judge him. They judge him just like they judge Christ. So essentially where nobody's free from judgment because they even judge Christ when he's the one that, as far as if you're a Christian, that's who you're worshiping and praising. And when he was alive, he was judged and he was killed for being Christ, essentially. So he's just saying, he had an explanation. I'm gonna have to find the clip to actually, and I'll put it in here to actually, because I'm obviously butchering it because I don't remember word for word what he said, but it was something to that effect though, like with the judging me and judging Christ part.
So many faces. Y'all blessed me to be up on this stage. And we make sure we blessed to give y'all some shit you can feel, and that's the real reason why I wrote Mr. Morale, because everybody's going through something. And this next record I want to perform is my favorite record off that album. It's the reason, the true reason, the true meaning of imperfection. And that's beautiful. No matter what you're going through, imperfection is beautiful. I wear this crown. They judge Christ. They judge you. They judge Christ. They judge you. They judge Christ. I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you. They judge Christ. We're going to continue to try our best to walk in this image. Let's get it.
So basically what I'm getting at is he wasn't wearing it to say that he is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But what do you say to that?
Hey, if if you wear a red bandana, the world gonna think you're blood. Yeah. So you can say what it's just gonna be the perception. I hate to say it. It's just gonna be the perception, and if that's what that symbolizes, which every color now is a gang color. I wore orange because that's my favorite color in California one time, and found out it's some street gang in California. Like, damn, what the fuck y'all want me to be, naked?
Yeah.
That's probably a gang too.
Kendrick does say his explanation though right before he performs the song Savior too, by the way, which he said was his favorite song on the album. But the whole point of that song is saying that he is not your savior, that nobody of this earth is anybody's savior in any regard, because if you're just looking at it from hip hop's perspective, a lot of Kendrick fans consider Kendrick like the savior of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Kendrick fans don't like a lot of the Futures, you know what I'm saying? Like the radio niggas, the Ray Shrimmards, the trap music. They don't like a lot of that stuff. They consider all that stuff like death of hip hop, like not hip hop, like not a good representation of the music that they enjoy, the culture that they enjoy. So they call Kendrick they look at Kendrick as the savior of hip hop. They consider Kendrick, the top tier, and none of the other rappers are touching him. So that's what the whole Savior song is basically him saying that he's not.
Stop putting him on a pedestal.
Yeah, stop putting him on a pedestal. He's just a regular nigga like you.
Nigga, yeah. And plus, y'all need to be listening to more hip hop anyway, because it's never been dead at any point in history.
True.
There's always been good shit. Always. It don't even matter what subgenre you're into. There's always good shit.
That's true though. And that's the thing. That's why there is the subgenres anyway. Like, there's room for everything.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah. And I definitely used to be one of those fans though. Like, I used to be one of the fans that was completely anti anything that was on the radio.
Missing out on so much music.
And that's true. So that's why I for the most part, I'll give everybody a listen, but once I listen to you, then I form my opinion. I won't just go in and be like, I'm not listening to that person because of him being on the radio or whatever type of music they perform. Like, I've been listening to a lot of niggas I would not have listened to 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's free.
Oh, but yeah, that helps.
That is true. That's actually true.
Yeah.
Streaming is huge. I mean, it's not free, but it's cheaper than before.
Right.
Fucking $12.
I mean, you're paying for the album regardless.
Yeah.
Monthly, you're paying for the album. So, but that's how I am.
But that's facts though. And even then, we still were able to get it for free because obviously we had the LimeWires, the Bear Shares, the Kazas, like all that shit. But that would require you to go out of your way to look for somebody that you don't even want to list, that you don't usually find appealing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Like, the streaming definitely does make it. It makes it so much easier to listen to people that you would never listen to. That's without a doubt.
Not only that, they used to drop mixtapes before the album came out. And 9 times out of 10, if it was about a 15-song mixtape, about 3 or 4 of the songs on the mixtape would be on the album, just to entice you to go to the album. And those songs wouldn't be the singles either. So, like, the mixtape, by the mixtape scene not being the mixtape scene anymore, like, I think that messes up a lot of these albums because our expectations be high without none of this little, this little pre-filter we would normally get. We're not even getting that no more.
I actually think it's kind of better though, a little bit, because of the fact that I used to hate when a nigga drop a fire mixtape and then I go listen to the album not even close to like on par with that mixtape, and that happened a lot more than it didn't happen. Niggas would drop fire on their mixtapes, but their albums, because, and, you know, they'd blame it on the radio, or not the radio, but the record label. And I'm not saying that's not true. Like, there's probably some truth to it, but it was always the record label's fault. Like, that's how it always was every single time. They come out with a super commercial album, but it's just like, I don't know, it's weird, because it just seems like it's weird. Like, you can have your favorite artist, they do all this fire like street records, but when they do a commercial song, it doesn't seem like they even spit with the same tenacity. They like actually
hold back.
Yeah, they hold back. So then, you know what I'm saying? So then their whole excuse is, well, it's the radio, you know, it's the radio. The record label wanted me to do something for the radio, do something for the crowd, but you can't just like give us the same street energy for the commercial joint though. But that's what I always feel like is kind of weird to me.
That's why I like MLP. Since you mentioned MLP earlier, them niggas did not change up at all.
Yeah.
Hey, ante up. We gonna rob you. You gonna dance. You gonna be dancing to us talking about robbing you. Take all your shit off. And now is they like biggest hit. Well, Cold as Ice too. I don't know which one was bigger. I'm pretty sure Ante Up was bigger because they was sampling.
Oh yeah, Ante Up is definitely the biggest MLP song. No way, it's not.
Yeah.
It's in movies, several movies.
Yeah, a
you
lot
know
of
what I'm
movies.
So no way, it's not the biggest one. But that's one of the things. That's one of the things I do like. I like about Kendrick though, because even though like like Damn's kind of a commercial album, but I still feel like Kendrick still does Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm saying, some of these artists, to me, a perfect example of this is Jadakiss.
Yeah, he's definitely a good example of.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jadakiss he has a lot of fire verses, especially if it's like street type stuff or if he's just even kind of spitting some bars. But then sometimes he still has some good commercial records. I'm not going to sit here and act like he didn't have any good commercial records. He did. But some of the other commercial records, it just seemed like he doesn't even try. Like you said, he holds back. But obviously Jadakiss still spit, because his Right Now verse is still one of my favorites from that last year, you know? So, I don't know. I just need these niggas to, like, bring me all that same type of energy.
All the time.
All the time, though.